So I'm here with Charles W. Herbster. He's the owner of Conklin, which is one of the biggest roofing companies, right?
In America.
Yeah.
It is. And hey, it's great to be here with you.
Cool.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, I was filming the event here. We're at a roofing conference where you spoke. But I just thought I'd ask you a few questions about your business and kind of your process of starting the business. So you started in the 70s, right?
I was 21 years old, became a distributor for the company, was a distributor for 15 years, and in 1992 had the great opportunity to buy the company. I've owned the company for 26 years. We're going to celebrate our 50th anniversary with this company next year.
That's amazing. So what would you say to somebody that's starting a business right now, particularly with the roofing industry? But what would you say to them? Because they might see your success and think, "Wow, that's how would I ever get to that level?" What would you say to them as far as some tips for business and practical advice?
Whether it's the roofing business or any business that you're in, and I have the chance to talk, to train, and to coach all across the country. In fact, this is my 6th time I've been on the platform this week, 3 with my company, 3 with other companies. I had a great opportunity yesterday to speak in Lincoln, Nebraska to Teen Pack, a whole group of high school students.
Okay.
But I'm going to say to them, to you, to the viewers of this, the same thing that I say all the time. The first thing you have to do to be successful is find something that you love to do. You have to find something that you're passionate about. When you find what you're passionate about, spend your life doing it. And then, thirdly, as you develop significant income, and you will, don't spend your money on things that you do not know. Always feed your income and your business back into things that you do know that have made you successful. Never forget where you started from and what you had to do to get to where you are.
Wow, so instead of trying to just do all kinds of different things and chase all these random opportunities, focus on the one thing.
Exactly. There was a book written 18 years ago, authored by Robert Kiyosaki and Donald J. Trump, our now president, who's been a friend of mine for 12 years.
Wow.
And they said 3 things in the book. Number 1, find out what you love to do. Make a business out of it if it isn't already a business.
Okay.
Spend your life doing it. And always invest money in things you know. Now I'm going to add one other thing to that, exactly what you just said. Don't chase quick, get money, rich, quick things. They never happen. Even if they happen to somebody you know, there's 1,000 people that didn't happen. You have to spend your life building your equity and your success. It's the only way that you have true wealth.
That's amazing. I really appreciate the advice. And like you said, you're friends with Donald Trump, the president, and also you're president of the agricultural...
I'm the chairman. He asked me to be chairman of the committee during the presidency, so I'm chairman of the National Agricultural and Rural Advisory Committee. Now that he's the president, I'm chairman. I meet with him on a regular basis. We discuss agriculture, we discuss rural, urban communities, because if you look at the map, and you look at how he was elected, it was agricultural related companies, urban cities, small communities that elected the president from East Coast to West Coast.
That makes total sense. And do you think, it's mostly people that live outside of the city, I'd say, were more supportive of him. And that's where all the food is grown and all the agriculture and everything. So where do you see the direction of the country going? Do you think he's been doing good things for business?
Here's what I share with people. Anytime you start to drain the swamp in Washington, the more water you take out, the more the crocodiles bite. And so you got a lot of bite today from liberal news media, from progressive people who, first of all, absolutely did not believe he could ever win. Now that he has won, they're almost in denial, and so anything he does, if he changes somebody in the cabinet, anything he does, he's going to be challenged on. But here's what I have to tell you. We've already appointed a conservative Supreme Court justice. There'll probably be 2 more appointments in the next 2nd term for President Trump. We've done some tremendous things on taxes. Look at what the stock market's done. Mark Cuban on Shark Tank, and I know Mark, and I watch Shark Tank.
So you've met him?
I met him.
No way.
Absolutely, I met him. I got a picture with him back on my iPad here. But
cool.
Mark said if Donald J. Trump gets elected president, the stock market would totally drop out of bed. Well, The opposite has happened.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of great things happening in Washington. You just have to sort and sift through all the negativity in the news media. But what do I see for the next 2 years of the next part of his first presidency, his first term, and the second term? We've got great economic growth.
Yeah.
We're going to bring back manufacturing into America. We're going to bring back all the money that's sitting outside the country back into America. There's a lot of great things going to happen, which impacts this group today that I spoke to, because people are going to spend on their buildings and employees, and so I see great things ahead for America.
So it's good for the small business owners and not just big corporations.
Oh,
He's doing
it's wonderful for small business
lower
owners.
taxes. Yeah.
I am a small business owner, and I've got 5 small companies, but we employ a little over 250 people. We do a couple $100 million a year. That's a small company in America, but I can tell you the impact for us as small businessmen: less regulation, better tax base, better environment. All of those things are huge for us to be excited about reinvesting into our businesses.
Wow, that's really interesting. Well, thanks for taking the time. to
Thank
talk to
you,
me.
and it's great to be here.
You too.
Thanks.